Good question. We've had that happen in many of our cases, and yes, if you have a right to compensatory services. Now, in North Carolina, you have a 1-year statute of limitations, okay? So it sounds like to me that you're getting in under that radar of that 1-year statute from where the injury occurred or where the education neglect happened or where your child regressed. Whatever that point is, you have a year from that point. That's your statute of limitations. So in North Carolina, it's 1 year. Most of the country, it's 2 years. Texas, it's also 1 year. So check your individual state what your statute of limitations are with regards to bringing a due process complaint. But it sounds like to me that you're over the charter school. Once an eligibility determination is made, you're going to enroll your child in your public school, and then you want to know whether or not you're still entitled to these compensatory services from the charter school. Absolutely. The only difference is now that now that your child's no longer in the charter school, we've got to figure out how they can provide the compensatory services. And that gets a little unique in how you approach it, but it can be done. Now, how do you do that? In most of the situations that we have, what we'll do is we'll put a money value of how much those services would be. And what you do is that the charter school would either bank that amount for you to be able to access to where they're not giving you money directly, they're banking it in your child's name to where you can go out and get private services, let's say tutoring services, things of that nature of what they did not provide, and then the bill would be sent to the charter school. The charter school would pay that bill up to the negotiated amount of whatever the compensatory services are. That's one way to do it. The other one is fund sharing, to where the compensatory services are implemented by your public school, but yet the funding for your child is transferred from the charter school to the public school for that express purpose. But you would need to have a settlement agreement that is very defined in how that's done, so that these funds are used in the manner that they're supposed to be used for. Otherwise the public school will just cash a check and say thanks a lot, and then not provide your child the services, the additional services. They'll just provide your child the services dictated in the IEP, not the additional services, which would be the compensatory or remedial services that your child missed while at the charter school. Because school systems, by and large, are just not going to cut a check to the parents. They're just not going to do it. But like I said, there are multiple ways to skin a cat when it comes to getting these compensatory services. So it doesn't matter where you go. You can even get it worked out if your charter school's close to where somebody competent, to where you can bring your child, let's say after school or whatever, to the charter school to receive those extra services and still get those if your charter school is close enough, okay? So you can also do it that way. But I think that the smart way is to try to get the banked amount to be able to use a tutoring service or a company to provide those services, and then send the bill over to the charter school to pay up to that capped amount, that negotiated amount. Okay?